project.
Yes, it did. And after the break, comic relief. He's 1/3 of the Doug Anthony All-Stars. Tim Ferguson live on the diagnosis that shocked fans but inspired the best of friendships.
Welcome back.
Well, he's a comedian, writer, director and performer. Tim Ferguson rose to fame in the 80s as a member of the Doug Anthony All-Stars. The trio earned a cult following both here and the UK before disbanding a decade later.
Timothy, go on! Timothy, what's wrong? Do the song! What? Do the song! I can't do the song! You can do the song, mate. You're great. Do the song! I can't do the song!
Oh, do the song! The comedian has been living with multiple sclerosis for the last 24 years. Initially keeping it private, he confided only in the woman who he would go on to marry. In 2003, the comedy trio was back and nothing has dampened Tim's humour.
Something we did discover as we travelled the world is that this chair, it's like a golden ticket at customs.
But with this thing, we just go straight through. They can't wait to get you out of the airport. And if they do stop you, we've got a couple of techniques. The first one is called tilt.
Currently, Tim is working on a documentary with his comedy comrades and he's just about to unveil his very first art exhibition.
What a
Amazing.
talented guy.
Tim Ferguson is with us now. Hi, Tim.
Oh, hey, Tim.
Kylie.
Nice to see you again.
Hello, mate. Lovely to see you.
You've accomplished so much. You just keep on going, right?
Well, I like to look at it as I've failed in virtually every artistic medium that you can get your hands on, so art and painting is the last one.
Why did you initially decide to keep your diagnosis private, quiet?
Well, I kept it to myself because firstly I thought, well, it's nobody's business, and also at the time my MS was invisible. So you couldn't really tell that there was this stuff going on in my body and my brain. So I thought, you know, why freak everybody out? And I just soldiered along. It's only when I got a walking stick and then had to get in a wheelchair that I had to, you know, let people
Fess
know.
up. Yeah.
And everybody's kind of cool with it because they can see I'm kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
You're very, very cool with it. What about your bandmates, though? You decided to keep it private from everyone else, but what about your bandmates? Is that something you decided to share with them or not?
Yeah, I told them early on once I'd had a diagnosis just as a heads up.
Yeah.
And I asked them, you know, can you keep it to yourselves as well? Which I imagine was a bit of a bore, but, you know, it was... you know, they coped very well. You know, they were relieved, like me, to find out it was a thing to explain all my wacky physical behaviours.
What did it mean to you guys? Because you were such a close group. You'd been around the traps for a long time. You would have been like a band of brothers. How did they then take that news?
Well, I think they were a bit worried about me, but same thing, you know, they said, how are you going? It's like, you know, it's good, it's bad, it's up, it's down. Yeah. I soldier on, you know, we just keep powering on.
Yes, you do. So
one of the first people you did confide in was your wife, but at the time was not your wife. It was actually your first date.
Yeah, our first date, Stephanie and I went to Walter's Wine Bar in Melbourne, and I just thought, this woman is a keeper. She's extraordinary, she's smart, she's funny, and I might as well get this out of the way so it doesn't come as a nasty surprise later when I start begging her for, you know, another date.
I reckon you just got yourself free Chardonnay for life at Walter's Wine Bar in Melbourne.
Well, yeah, I should go there soon, Walter.
Absolutely.
Have you been able to make peace with MS, if that's even possible, because you've incorporated it into your humour? So it's now very much a part of who you are and how we know you.
Oh, yeah. I made peace with it pretty early on. Because I thought, it's a thing, I know what it is, neurologists have no idea what it is. You know, I will just ignore it most of the time. So most of the time, you know, I just, you know, take it for granted that things will be difficult, but otherwise, you know, I just, you know, keep lumbering on. Yeah. It's harder for some people. MS can hit people very hard, and everybody has it in their own way. But for me, it's, you know, bearable. I can go around the world. We do tours. We do comedy tours. I have Paul McDermott, who pushes me round as my primary carer. Paul Livingston, who just stares at us helpfully.
Speaking of those, you're working on a documentary at the moment. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. We're putting a documentary together with Ted Robinson and GNW TV about the All-Stars, the life of the All-Stars, from busking all the way through you know, stopping business, starting business up, going back to Edinburgh and, you know, kicking London in the head.
It's
all happening.
it's a colourful tale.
You've never let any of this get on top of you. Every time we see you back in here, you've always got some new and exciting thing going on. And the new thing for you is you're an artist all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, Larry.
You've got this exhibition coming up. This is great.
Yeah, an exhibition which hopefully I'll be able to do round the country. I've been drawing. It's a bit like a musician who learned by ear. I've learned how to draw simply by doing it again and again and again all my life. And it was Livingston and McDermott who said, you know, you could do an exhibition because you've got enough of it. So for the last year, I've been concentrating on putting together, you know, pictures that people might like.
They're great. They look
It's
terrific.
really beautiful. Well, I'll just share. We shared those in the meeting yesterday in our production meeting, and there were oohs and ahs. Oohs and ahs amongst all our team.
Wow.
Just how talented.
Well,
you are. We loved it.
The idea, Kylie, is that, you know, if you've got it on the wall, you can look at it again and again and hopefully see things where you go,
Yeah, it's
like in that one, you can say, wow, look at that, I thought it was a foot, but it's a face.
very intricate. This one especially, we particularly love that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrific.
It's gorgeous.
Great to see you, mate. Always great to see you.
Larry,
Talk about the art forever.
Kylie, thanks so much for having me.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Tim. Now, for more on Tim's upcoming art exhibition, which you saw as just beautiful work, you can head to our website.
Lots of oohs and ahs in there, right?
Lots of business.